Hey, we're talking D Hilton services here, and what specifically have they helped you with in the past?
Well, the starters would be, I guess, that without D Hilton, we wouldn't have our CEO, because we used D Hilton to find the current CEO.
Okay.
And they delivered. Oh, Lord, did they deliver in spades. We've got a great CEO. They found her, and we have been so lucky that we could never have found her without their help.
That's awesome. So what value did you find with D Hilton, and how is it working with them throughout that whole process and finding the CEO for you?
It's really been a pleasure. I mean, the value is obviously they found the candidate, and they found the right candidate, and they kept at it until they found the perfect fit. It's you know, David and Debbie don't really look like little marriage matchmakers, but this is very much a matchmaking role, and they helped us carry through every step of the way. They were right there with us, and you know, they gave us a level of comfort that said we could actually do this, and it was all going to turn out and be all right.
And it did.
And it did.
And so what's the value that you think that they bring to the table for you guys?
Well, for us, I think it really complements our HR team, you know, and so they're our go-to resource when it comes to if we're stuck on a position for an executive level position for recruitment, we kind of turn to them first. They're our go-to resource. And then they bring all that industry knowledge that you know, although we have obviously very smart people on our team, they just complement them and they bring something extra to the table. In terms of, you know, again, that wage and compensation is a good example.
Yeah. What would you say the value that they provided you in the process?
Oh, the value was just immense. I mean, as I said, we were looking for a CEO when we wanted a high level.
Really?
Went to, I met David probably 20 years ago, and shortly after we had hired our CEO at that time, and had always kept David in mind for when we would need to do another one. And our CEO had retired, and we needed somebody that would take us into the next century here, and they were able to provide that.
What's unique about them? What makes them different?
The caliber of people that they're able to recruit, I guess. I had done the first search for the CEO that just retired, and I know I did not want to go through that again. And I wanted somebody that was top-notch, and I believe I got the best in the business.
How was the process? How was it working with them in this whole process?
Well, it was really quite seamless for us. It was quite nice. They did the hard work. They got all the applications out there. They whittled it down, did some interviews, went through interview process the second time, got it down to a reasonable number that for us to look at, knowing that if that didn't work, we would go to the next step. But it did in our case, and got us some very strong candidates from which we did hire our current CEO.
Oh, great. That must be a huge weight off your shoulders to have somebody like that in your corner.
Well, it is. You know, as a director, you've got a couple of very strong responsibilities. One is certainly to your membership. Right. Our board took the approach that we owed our membership the best CEO that we could get. Number two was then the hiring and the supervising of that CEO. And what they helped with is making that selection a lot easier than if there's no way we could have done it by ourselves.
Right.